For many families, entrusting a child to a babysitter or leaving an elderly parent in the care of a home nurse is an act of pure trust. We believe they will protect our loved ones with all their heart. But what if the person we trust turns out to be the deadliest threat of all? This is the true story of Christine Falling, a babysitter from Perry, Florida, who hid a dark secret behind her innocent face. Welcome to JJ Dark Files. Every file holds a dark secret. Today, we open another dark file. Christine Laverne Slaughter was born on March 12, 1963, in the small town of Perry, Florida, United States. She was the daughter of Anne and Thomas Slaughter. Christine was not an only child. She had several siblings, including Carolyn Slaughter, Shirley Slaughter, and Earl Slaughter. The Slaughter family lived in poverty. Their household was full of problems. Christine's father was known to be abusive, while her mother often struggled to take care of the children. As a result, Christine and her siblings were frequently passed around under the care of different people. Christine grew up with serious health issues. She suffered from epilepsy, mild intellectual disability, and emotional instability, which often made it difficult for her to control her impulses. From an early age, Christine displayed troubling behaviors. She had a disturbing fascination with animals, especially cats. Instead of caring for them, she would drop them from heights, claiming she wanted to test their 9 lives. Neighbors recalled that she often seemed to enjoy frightening or hurting animals. To some, this may have looked like childish mischief, but in reality, it was a major red flag. In criminal psychology, early cruelty to animals is often linked to violent tendencies later in life. Unfortunately, these warning signs were ignored. In September 1977, Christine's parents forced her, at only 14 years old, to marry a 20-year-old man named Gobel Falling. Several factors contributed to this shocking decision. Her parents believed that marriage would relieve them of the financial burden of raising her, and in rural Florida at that time, early marriages, though uncommon, could still occur with parental consent. Christine, still a teenager, was clearly unprepared both mentally and emotionally. Yet she had little choice but to follow her parents' wishes. After the wedding, she moved into the home of Gobel Falling. The marriage was far from happy. Christine and Gobel fought frequently, and there were even reports that Christine at times acted violently toward herself as well as her husband. In one account, it was said that during one of their fights, Christine threw a 25-pound stereo, about 11 to 12 kilograms, at her husband. Her extremely young age, mental health struggles, and the epilepsy she suffered from made it almost impossible for Christine to adjust. Within just a short time, their household collapsed. The marriage lasted only about 6 weeks. After the divorce, Christine had no clear direction in life. It was then that she began using the surname Falling, even though legally the marriage had ended. The name would remain with her until her crimes came to light. Christine's early marriage is often seen as one of the turning points that worsened her instability. Imagine, at just 14 years old, when most children are still in middle school, Christine was forced into the adult world, married life, household responsibilities, and domestic conflicts. The short-lived marriage, early failure, and lack of support from her family left Christine increasingly isolated. She developed hypochondriacal anxiety, which led to no fewer than 50 hospital visits in just 2 years. Although doctors could not find any real illness, Christine reported hallucinations, complained of seeing red spots before her eyes, and suffered from irregular menstrual bleeding. With limited education and financial hardship, Christine had few job opportunities. She began working as a babysitter or sometimes as a caretaker for the elderly around her neighborhood in Florida. Parents entrusted their children to her because she seemed innocent, young, always available, and willing to watch kids for a small fee. But what they did not know was that leaving their children with Christine meant placing them in the hands of a dangerous predator. Between 1980 and 1982, in just 2 short years, multiple children under Christine's care died suddenly. At first, their deaths were attributed to natural causes, such as respiratory illnesses or sudden infant death syndrome, SIDS. But as the pattern of deaths repeated, suspicion slowly began to rise. On February 25, 1980, 2-year-old Cassidy Johnson was taken to a doctor in Blountstown, Florida. She was diagnosed with encephalitis, and just 3 days later, on February 28th, Cassidy died. The autopsy revealed blunt force trauma to the skull. Christine, who had been babysitting Cassidy, claimed the toddler had fainted and fallen from the bed. But the attending doctor did not believe Christine's story and even wrote a letter to police urging an investigation. That letter, however, was lost and the case was closed. With no charges filed, Christine continued working as a babysitter. Not long after Cassidy's death, Christine moved to Lakeland, Florida. It was there that more tragedy followed within just a matter of months. In the early summer of 1980, Jeffrey Davis, a 4-year-old boy under Christine's care, suddenly died. His autopsy listed the cause of death as myocarditis, a rare heart condition that very seldom proves fatal in young children. 3 days later, at Jeffrey's funeral, Christine was asked once again to babysit, this time for Jeffrey's cousin, 2-year-old Joseph Spring. Within just hours, Joseph was also found dead. Doctors attributed his death to a viral infection, even linking it to the same illness that supposedly caused Jeffrey's death. In July 1981, Christine left Lakeland and returned to her hometown of Perry, North Florida. By this time, her reputation as a babysitter was beginning to be questioned, and only a few families still trusted her with their children. To keep working, Christine shifted to becoming a home aide and caregiver for the elderly around her neighborhood in Florida. On October 16, 1981, at just 18 years old, Christine was assigned to care for 77-year-old William Swindler, an elderly man who had recently undergone surgery and needed help with daily activities. But only a few hours after Christine began her work, William was found dead in the kitchen of his home. At first, his death was ruled natural, attributed to post-surgical health issues. With no obvious signs of foul play, and given his age and medical history, authorities did not pursue a deeper autopsy. Christine walked away once again, free to continue her cycle of death.
In the fall of 1981, tragedy once again struck Christine's close family. This time, the victim was Jennifer Daniels, an 8-month-old baby girl and the daughter of Christine's half-sister. That day, Jennifer's mother went briefly to the supermarket, leaving her baby in the car with Christine. But within a short time, the little infant suddenly stopped breathing. When taken to the doctor, the cause of death was believed to be sudden infant death syndrome, SIDS, a condition that, at the time, was often considered natural, though in truth, it left many unanswered questions. After Jennifer Daniels' death, suspicion towards Christine should have started to grow. Yet once again, because the death was ruled natural by the doctor who examined her, Christine remained free. Tragically, that freedom opened the door for yet another incident. On July 2, 1982, Christine was once again asked to babysit, this time for a 10-week-old baby boy named Travis Dwayne Coleman in the city of Blountstown, Florida. Just like her previous victims, Travis appeared healthy when his parents left, but not long after, the infant was found dead under Christine's care. The autopsy revealed internal bleeding in the lungs, a condition rarely seen without an external cause. After a series of child deaths, and even the death of an elderly man, all showing strikingly similar patterns, police finally began connecting the cases back to Christine. In July 1982, She was taken into custody and referred for psychiatric evaluation. During the investigation, by September 1982, Christine confessed as part of a plea bargain. She admitted to killing several children in her care, claiming she often heard voices telling her to do it. She described her method, pressing a pillow or cloth over the victim's face until they stopped breathing. She admitted guilt in the deaths of Cassidy Johnson, Jennifer Daniels, and Travis Coleman. As part of the agreement, prosecutors did not pursue charges in several other deaths suspected to be linked to her, including Jeffrey Davis and his cousin Joseph Spring in Lakeland, Florida, as well as William Swindler, the elderly man she had been hired to care for. In William's case, although Christine never openly confessed to killing him, investigators strongly believed she used the same method as with the children, smothering, by covering the victim's nose and mouth with a cloth or her hands until he suffocated. Still, because of the plea deal, she was never prosecuted for William's death. For prosecutors, the plea bargain ensured that Christine would face severe punishment without lengthy and risky trials, especially given the weak forensic evidence in William's case. For the defense, the deal was the only way to save Christine from the death penalty. On December 3, 1982, Christine was sentenced to life in prison. The judge ruled she must serve at least 25 years before becoming eligible for parole. In November 2017, her parole request was denied. Her next parole hearing is scheduled for 2024. To this day, she remains incarcerated at Lowell Correctional Institution in Ocala, Florida, a maximum security prison for women. Christine Falling, the seemingly innocent babysitter from Perry, Florida, hid a dark side that would haunt the families who once trusted her. From harming animals as a child to taking the lives of children and even an elderly man, her story stands as a chilling reminder of how important it is to recognize warning signs. This case also serves as a serious warning to parents. Choosing a babysitter or caregiver is not just about availability, it is about the safety of those you love most. Vigilance and awareness can mean the difference between life and death. So what do you think? Should Christine Falling ever be granted parole, or should she spend the rest of her life in prison? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next true crime case on JJ Dark Files.
Case closed. The next dark file awaits.